Hey, chickadees. Welcome into today's episode of Mojo Mysticism. Today we continue to talk to the stones, and we're using the Ancient Stones Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell to have our conversation with stones. So we'll be doing this all week, just seeing what stones have to say to us, what beautiful messages they have for each of us. So if you live near a stone circle, I would highly suggest, if you don't already, that you go visit it. And if you don't live near a stone circle, but you're on vacation, go visit them for sure. And if you don't live near a stone circle and you're not taking a vacation anytime soon, go find a rock and make friends with it. Or stone, a big stone somewhere. So, okay, so we've got two that came out, and these came out together, which is interesting. And then here's the third one. So, okay. So let's see what we have today. All right, so the first card we have today is Energy Rising, and this card says vitality, confidence, power, and decisiveness. Energy Rising. And the second card we got is Be the Mountain. This is very cool. It says slow and steady, foundations and patience. Be the mountain. And the third card we got is the Holy Mountain. So we got a mountain theme for sure. And this says soul calling, sacred journey, and pilgrimage. Holy Mountain. So let's see what the message is for us today. Okay. So what our guides are telling us is as we go through a time of transition, if you're in a time of transition, you're going to feel energy rising up. You're going to feel that it's going to attempt to move you into action, right? Because you're going to feel exactly what's on this card, the vitality, the confidence, the decisiveness, and you're going to think, okay, I'm ready. And you may or may not be ready, okay? And that's what Be the Mountain is. So when you're in that awkward place where you feel that energy rising, you feel the transition happening, you're ready for it, or at least you think you are, be the mountain. Be slow and steady because your foundations are still getting put in place. And be very, very patient and loving with yourself, okay? Because those foundations are important. Because if those foundations aren't there, we're going to have a hard time when we're asked to take the next step, which is the Holy Mountain card. It's to step into what our soul calling is, that sacred journey, and making that pilgrimage. So when you're in that place and you think this in-between place is taking way, way, way too long, be steady. Take deep breaths and relax. Right? Let the energy flow, because the energy is going to ebb and flow during this time period. You're going to feel like I'm ready to take action, like I said. And your only job is to breathe and let that energy flow and remain still. Be the mountain. Stay in that stillness like the mountain until such time as you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that what is calling you is your sacred calling. It is that soul calling. It is the thing that is moving you to the pilgrimage of your next chapter in your life. This is when it's really, really difficult, because our culture wants to be in action, okay? We reward action. It's the thing. Everybody's, cheering everybody else on when they're in action. And it's not the most important part. The most important part of any journey is the stillness. It's the preparation, right? It's the feel the fear and stay still, peace, right? Before you move your feet, right? So we often say, feel the fear and move anyway, right? Um, when you are called, when you do recognize that soul calling, then yes, you feel the fear and you move your feet. But before that and until then, the secret is to be the mountain. Be still, be steady. Let those foundations deepen. So, um, so what is this? What is this? How does this get applied in everyday life, right? And I can tell you from my own experience, especially over this last year, that I feel a lot of energy running in different areas of my life at different times over the last year. And I was told by Spirit 13 months ago that my life was going to look vastly different in 18 months. Well, we're 13 months in, right? So what does that mean? My life already is vastly different than it was 13 months ago. Frankly, my life is night and day different from what it was 6 months ago. So definitely 10. But that life, like that calling, and I knew I got a glimpse of it 13 months ago because I was told it's going to be different, right? Your entire life's going to be different. And I had more questions than answers, as you might imagine, because all I had was like this revelation, this understanding that things were going to be different, and that was it. That's where it started and stopped. However, because I have taken the approach of not acting until I know it is my soul calling, I know it is my guides that are asking me to move in a direction. And when they're not, I stay in that stillness, that I know so many more of the blanks that have been filled in over the last 13 months. And I know the direction that my life is heading. And it is the soul calling, right? It is the soul calling. I don't know exactly what it looks like. I know a lot of the things, but I don't know exactly what it looks like yet. But I do know what I have learned over the last 13 months is that stillness is the key, right? I think there's even a book. I think I even have that book, Stillness is the Key. Who wrote that book? I don't remember off the top of my head, but it truly is the key, because you're going to feel lots of energy when you're in this weird place, right? There's a vision for where you're going. And you start to feel the energy come up. It's like, I should do this, I should do that, whatever it is. Or people make suggestions, right? And you feel that energy, you feel that momentum building up. Check in with yourself. Make sure it's your guidance telling you, here's the next step. It's right in front of you. And then if it is, move forward on it decisively, right? Don't ask questions, just say yes. Continue to say yes to your journey every step of the way. But know that being the mountain is what prepares you for the steps. So let the energy rise, let it ebb, let it flow, let it leave, feel the confidence, feel the vitality. Understand that you're going to get to a point that you're going to be like, ooh, you really should act on this. And it may not be the point yet. So really, really check in before you do. Because you may be asking, or you may be asked to just be that mountain a little bit longer. So I have a dear friend who's in this very situation right now. So for reasons they cannot figure out, they are being asked to be the mountain, to continue to be the mountain. And it's causing a lot of frustration in their life, right? Because that energy that's rising, that confidence, that vitality, that decisiveness that's coming up really is strong. It's strong energy. And we're being asked to hold that while being the mountain. And so the question then becomes, why? Right? Why would that be the case? Why would we be asked to hold this strong energy and learn to be the mountain? And that answer is a relatively simple one, right? We are being stretched as seekers of truth, as people who are connected to spirit. We're being stretched and we're being asked to hold multiple things at once. And if you've been asked to do that, put it in the comments, right? This and that are true, right? And we hold those things, and we can learn to do it in our bodies and these three-dimensional kind of vehicles that we're in. We can learn to hold these things at the same time. So we can feel very strong energy that feels very clear and decisive, and know that we're not quite ready yet, or at least hear it from our guides and remain still. And that's what we're being asked to do. When we do that, and only when we do that, can we hear the voice of our guides calling us forward to the next step. So when you feel that energy rising, if it feels like there's a lot of busyness with it, or if you feel like you're getting drawn to things that aren't your path of most excitement, stop, take a deep breath, and be the mountain, and let it unfold a little bit further. All right, chickadees, that's it for today. I love you. Thank you for being part of our community, and we will see you next time on Mojo Mysticism. Mwah.